The Galilee garage there. Tap into my channel, that's where you wanna be. 87 Monte Carlo West has name girls. I bet when I punch the gas, all you see is white smoke. And you know we do it big Texas, so we going 100 spokes like we on West Coast. Mexican lead garage therapy, come get with me, come get with me.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Man, it's your boy Mexican Lead back with another video. Yo, man, fresh out of work. Just had to quick get a little something to eat. Take my meds. Still got this shit going on. And I hope that was mud. Man, we got some mad rain today. Mad storms, boy. It was storming real bad this morning. But I slept good. I slept in, and I was almost late for work. My alarm went off, but I went ahead and turned it off. But man, that rain, the thunder. Oh, look, I got some crumbs all on my shirt. Hey, man, look, I just got off work. I'm tired, and I'm full. So we about to get in the shop. Get in the lab. About to get in a little bit of therapy, y'all. Hopefully. We're gonna see if we can accomplish putting these oh dang it, I forgot the screws in the house. See, I'm over here bumping my gums and I forgot the screws. But I went to the hardware store this morning. Before I went to work, I left the house a little bit early. Yeah, my eyes are a little glassy. I'm not high. I wish I was, but no, I'm just kidding. Man, I'm still, just my sinuses. Coming around though a little bit. Feeling a little bit better. My strength is a little bit better. Glad I got some sun the other day when I went to that car show, or the Cinco de Mayo celebration. It was really, really nice out there, y'all. Oh my God, so many beautiful rides out there. I even saw a car out there from Cali, a 57 Chevy lowrider. So Majestics. I saw he had Majestics on his t-shirt, man. Fly ass ride. But man, I believe that sun helped out a lot. I needed that vitamin D in my body. But we're gonna get a little bit of work done on the Regal today. Like I showed, like I don't know if y'all seen, for those that do follow, I made a quick short of some pictures that I took of the plastic part that I bought, the window guide for the Gbody glass for the Regal. Let me switch this camera around real quick because I don't want to just talk y'all's ear off. The last video I made, man, before the car show, the one with the putting in the oh my God, window sweeps. I'm sorry that video was so long, but I was really trying to get some detailed information in there that I felt was very important. You know, I didn't mean to talk y'all's ear off. So I hope everybody did watch it in its entirety, and actually I hope it helped those who are actually getting ready to change their window felts. So let me switch this camera around real quick. But this is the part that I got, the replacement part. This is the original one. As you can see, it's broke, but it's all weathered and cracked. This thing was not going to last long regardless. And like I said, man, I've always had cars with this broken, and I always noticed my window was always, you know, doing this, even if it had good weather strips in it or not, the window sweeps. So this right here pretty much holds that. And what it does is it mates up with this part right here. Oh, shit. Oh, why the door's locked. It mates up with this part right here. So you see how this has that pin in it? This bolts here. Oh, flip it around. It bolts there, and you can adjust it to however you need to. I always try to go with where the bolts were from the factory. This bolts onto the glass And as you can see, it's got that hole in it right there in the middle. So this pin, I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handedly. This pin will go, oh, there's grease in here. Hold on a second, y'all. This pin would actually go right there in this guide, just like this. Just like that there, right? Depending on how you have it adjusted is how it's gonna hold the glass tight to the door. All right, so that's how that pin goes in that guide right there. That's what that's for. And it holds it in place. So back in the day, man, they never made those parts that I remember. Not unless I just didn't have the money to replace them, but I've never seen them until now. And the company I got them from, the Parts Place Inc. store on eBay. I went to their store and found these on eBay. This is for the 1978 all the way up to 88 Gbodies. That part number, GL12813Z, or the P111-11-2. I'm not sure exactly which part number I looked up, but there's even another number right here, 828. So I can't remember exactly. I remember taking a picture that, put it on Google, the Google search with the picture, and this is what it came up with. So when I went to eBay, I found them. They were the only ones that actually had them, I believe. I can't remember if anybody else had them, but this is what they are. Okay, window guides. So on this glass, I wanted to try it out to see if I was going to be able to actually get it apart without busting the glass. So I tried. There's other rivets that I've worked with to where you could type out that nail piece that you actually put in your rivet gun and you squeeze together and it opens this piece up. This piece is already drilled out, but there's like ears right here that open up. They split out and open up like a banana peel. Once this thing is pulled through and pushes on that piece, the head of it, that's how they were attached to the glass. So what I'm going to do, I went to the hardware store and I bought some bolts. I was trying to find some like nylon or Teflon or even aluminum bolts, but I know that would have been real soft. I couldn't find a rivet gun this big, so I didn't go with rivets. We're going to go with bolts with the nut on the end that has a Teflon lock washer on the inside. That's what I'm going to go ahead and put on here. I bought two different sizes. I believe they were 3/4 inch and 1 inch bolts. 5/16 bolts. So I'm going to try to attach that. This part goes on the top, just like that. That little skinny part goes on the top. Okay. So I'm going to try to attach these with those bolts, the nuts and washers. And I'm not going to wrench them down super duper tight because I'm not trying to bust this glass. I just want it enough to where this thing is not going to move. I can't find no information on how to replace these. I can't find no videos on how to replace these. So this is why I'm making this one. Okay. And I really hope it helps a lot of you Gbody guys out there. I think even like the older model, like Monte Carlos and stuff like that, they have these. I believe my 77 Monte, Lucky 2 Times, has these on the glass. I need to go check them and see if those are any good or not. But I got extra glass to that car. So I got like 3 back windows, the V window. I got like 3 of those in the shed. I probably got 2 or 3 sets of door glass left and right sitting in the shed. So I need to go through that stuff too. Now that we're getting ready to get back on Lucky 2 Times here here shortly. But this video is just strictly for these right here, for the Gbody glass. So what I ended up doing, because I was hoping, like I said, I was able to do like other rivets, push the nail out, push the head out on this nail. I was hoping I could do this, you know, pretty much like that, have the hole, drill the head out, and then take it off. I couldn't do that because these things were like super wedged in there. And I didn't want to tap on there with like a pick or a nail and try to poke that out. Like I said, I did not want to shatter this glass. So what I did was the little ears that were pulled out, that were squeezed out, I went ahead and broke them off with some pliers. I just used some little pliers. Broke the little 3 ears off and then drilled it out with a drill bit. I used a small skinny drill bit first. This one here, I made a pilot hole with that. And then I went to the bigger drill bit and I was able to get these out. This is the side that I drilled out right here. So I'm going to show y'all on the other window once I get it out. I'm going to show y'all how to do it on that glass. But I just wanted to show y'all more or less what we got going on with this one. Let me go run back in the house. I'm going to cut this camera off real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put this one together. And then we'll go ahead and do that one together as far as, you know, drilling it out. I might show you how to put this one, how I'm going to put this one together. And then we'll go ahead and get the other glass out if I don't have it out already. I can't remember if I took it out already or not. But then we'll go ahead and I'll show you how I exactly took this apart and drilled those out. So give me a few minutes and we'll cut you back on here in a little bit. All right, y'all. We're back. So there we go. Bag of bolts. So let me go ahead and, man, I need to clean this dang pool, man, get it ready for the summer. But let me walk through the driveway, man. Dang, we got so much damn rain. I think I just stepped on an anthill and it felt like I stepped on some dang poop. I almost slipped and fell. That junk was so slippery. Got the GP back up here by the shop. We're gonna start working on this thing pretty soon, getting that motor out so I can see if it's gonna be any good or not. Big ass spider. But yeah, man, she's lucky 2 times looking sick right now, but we about to get back on him real quick. Okay, so what my plan is, as far as these bolts here, like I said, and then I bought some extra ones, some longer ones for my steering wheel puller, because both steering wheel pullers that I have, both sets of bolts were bent. You know, I mean, the one tool I used, I've had for many years. So that thing was wore out anyways. I wanted to get new bolts a long time ago. I just never did. So when I bought the new kit and used it twice, man, it bent the crap out these bolts. Let me see, this bag opened up on me and dropped all the little nuts and washers that I bought. Okay, so we got the 2 sizes. It should be four each. I got the 3/4 inch stainless steel bolts because I don't want them to rust. And then we have the 1 inch bolts because I want to see which one's going to fit better. They're stainless steel with the Teflon lock washer, the lock nut. That way they don't come loose. And then I got stainless steel washers that I can use to put on that, just to, you know, like I like using washers because it does give it a bigger footprint to fasten tighter. And then these were just the extra bolts that I bought for my steering wheel puller. This was one bolt that came with one kit. This was the other. Look how bent that thing got, man. We've been wrenching on these jokers. Oh, my bad. So that one got bent a little bit. I put it back in the vise and tried to bend it back straight like 3 times, but it kept bending. So I went ahead and got some hardened bolts. So that's for the steering wheel puller kit. Oh, also for him, we couldn't find the factory pull strap ends. So I bought these kits off of OPGI. And where's the straps? They're over here. They're not like the factory ones though. I wish they were just like the factory ones, but they're not. See, this one broke, and we could have probably used it. I could have probably, you know, glued it together. They're like pop metal. You know, I'm sure I could have reused them, but we broke these little things right here getting them off. So these wouldn't have they wouldn't have snapped back on here anyways. I would have probably had to glue them or something. So we're going to take all that fake wood out of there anyways and redo it, probably repaint it or something. So what I need to do is drill these out, these little kind of like rivets. They're almost kind of like a rivet, but we're going to grind this flat and then pull the metal strap out of these and then try to somehow make these work. They're not as long, they're not as, you know, they're plastic, they're not metal like these ones, but they're going to do the job, I believe. Man, my son just noticed this one's all scratched up. Oh, it's just the little plastic cover, the little protection like piece of tape that goes over these caps. It just scratched it a little bit. I thought I was going to have to write them and tell them these were all jacked up, but I think they're going to work. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to get those installed here in a little while too. But this is the plan. So I'm going to get one of these bolts. We're going to get 2 washers. And then we're going to get a 1-inch bolt. All right, with the nut. And what we're going to try to do is see which one is going to be, I don't want it too long, but I don't want it too short either. We're going to see which one's going to fasten better on, that's going to hold this piece together, because it's got to go all the way through the glass, plus these plastic washers, and then these ones here at the bottom. So let's try one real quick. Oh, come on. Oh shoot, I'm over here losing the parts. And that's gonna go get stuck in there even more. Come on, man. One-arm bandit. All right, so let's get this centered up on here. So that with the washer doesn't go all the way through. All right, so that one ain't gonna work. I wasted money on that, but I didn't, because I will always, all this stuff will always come in handy later down the line. Somewhere I'll end up needing that bolt. Trust me. And I'm gonna show you why. As much stuff as I work on, all this right here, all extra nuts, bolts, screws, washers, lock washers, everything. I don't never throw that shit away. So for you guys that do this on a regular basis, y'all know what I mean. Okay, so this one's the 1-inch bolt. We'll put that in there. See how much she sticks out. Oh, that's perfect. That is going to be perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get another washer. Let me get my wrench and socket out. That way we can go ahead and tighten this thing down, snug it up. What is this, 10 millimeter? Man, y'all bear with me, man. I'm over here wheezing, sounding like I'm a smoker, but nah, it's just dealing with this crap, man. Upper respiratory infection. Let's see, where's the number 11? I don't have an 11 up here. Man, that junk hit me hard, boy. And I get hit at least twice a year. Okay, 11 millimeter, that's gonna work there. Man, no, I had another, I thought I had another 11 millimeter that was a speed wrench. My kid probably lost it somewhere. All right, let me get a socket. I'm gonna just get my small, where's number 11? This is number 11. Let me get my little 1/4-inch ratchet. I'll get the one with the adjustable head. Okay, so that number 11 should fit. Bam, perfect. Okay, so let me put this phone down for a quick second. We're gonna go ahead and get these on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them down, and then turn you guys back on here in a second. All right, here we go, YouTube. So I got the camera kind of set up on a tripod. I'm gonna try to show y'all a little bit of footage of what I did to get this out of here. Now you're gonna want to get you some decently thick paper. I didn't pull out my 3M paper to cover up the glass because for those that know, y'all already know what's gonna happen when sparks hit this glass. You're grinding on metal, steel, and it hits this glass. It's so hot, it's gonna melt in that glass. For those that don't know, now you know. So you always want to cover up your glass the best you can. Like I said, I didn't feel like pulling out the 3M paper. I already put it away, so I didn't feel like pulling that out. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna grind these heads down right here on these rivets, and then we're gonna drill them out. I would do the other side, but I think that one's gonna be a little bit harder. I didn't even look at that. So we're just gonna go ahead and do like I did on the original, the first half, the first set. We're just gonna go ahead and do that on this side the same way I did that one. So hopefully y'all can see decently what I'm doing. It's this rivet here and this rivet here. We're just gonna grind those little heads down, and then let me show y'all, see if I can grab this and quick show y'all. See how that little nail part is like sticking up from the rivet? That's what I'm gonna grind down flat. I'm gonna grind these down flat enough so I can get that small pilot, the little small drill bit in there to drill this out a little bit, and then we're gonna go jump to the bigger size, and then we'll drill the head out. That way I can get this piece off. So let me show y'all real quick what we got going. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time, but just in case y'all want to do this repair, this is how you do it. Like I said, I couldn't find no videos on how to do this. So hopefully I can help somebody out there knock this out for themselves.
Out on the scene, one up in the Brooklyn, with thick flow, call it the clean team. West Bend cabin, flicker in the rain. It's the land spot where we learn to game. Garage peer review, rep portrait fitness. Moments fall loud as the cold hits. Bumping heavy, see the front parts. Chrome wire glisten, simplifying art. Steady tires running rubber, white smoke rise. Highway to canvas, paint streak in the sky. New life on a custom throne. Mexican leaf garage where the legends are grown. Got the wood five and blue clay by the feet. Beneath the lift, recreate heat on the street. Chrome sparkles, bright reflector, sun glare. Mexican leaves garage where the legends are grown. Hands creep, dreams grease the suit. Shifting gears, changing lives at the clue. Under neon lights, smoke dances and swirls. It's a symphony, dancing the stage of the world. Steady tires, burning rubber, white smoke rise. Highway to canvas, green streak in the sky. New life on a custom throne. Mexican leaves garage where the legends are grown.
Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I expected, but you see how now it's flat. So we'll get the drill and drill that out a little bit, but I'm gonna hurry up and knock this side out real fast. Then we'll cut you back on here.
Rubber, white smoke rise. Highways of canvas, paint streak in the skies. Riding through life on a custom throne. Mexican Lee's garage where the legends are grown. Spinning tires, burning rubber,
All right, YouTube, there you go. So we did 3 different drill bits. All right. We did the real small one, made the pilot hole. Then I went to a medium-sized drill bit, opened that hole up just a little bit more on the head of the rivet. And then I went to a bigger drill bit that opened up the hole even more, that was a little bit bigger than the stem, and drilled that head off. So once I got the head off, and I was able to tap on these with the small, tiny drill bit, I was able to kind of tap them through the plastic and the glass and pull them out right on the other side. This is what they look like. That's what's holding this piece in right here. Okay, so now that's off. That's junk. You see how it came off with this little thin piece, I guess, right on the top. That's exactly how we're going to put the old one back on. So let me get this thing cleaned off right here real quick. And then actually, let me just, let me blow it off with the air. Let's just blow it off with the air with y'all on camera right quick. But y'all get the idea, man. All you got to do really is just drill those out. And then let me put this camera back up here real fast. But anyways, you drill them out with that drill bit. You get that plastic off. You take your time. Please take your time because you do not want to shatter that glass. It'll shatter. It ain't going to just spider web and crack. It will shatter. So please take your time. Be mindful of that. Whatever little residual pieces of glass you have left in here, blow all that out of there before you put your new piece on and tighten that down. All right. But I just wanted to give you all a quick rundown on how to do that because like I said, I couldn't find a video anywhere that showed me how to replace these. So I just had to figure it out, man. So I hope this video helps you guys out there. Again, I went to Ace Hardware. See, this piece is going to go, that little flap will go at the top. I went to Ace Hardware, bought 5/16 bolts. They're not fine thread, they're coarse thread with the lock nut, with the Teflon lock nut. Got some stainless steel washers, and that's what I'm putting them together with. Okay, they're 1 inch. I did buy 3/4 inch, but they were a little too short. So I'm glad I did go with the next size up. So I spent a couple more dollars, but hey, I ain't got to wait till tomorrow to go back and get some more. So, and then like I said, those ones that I do have there, I'll just keep them in the buckets, and we'll end up using them somewhere down the line, somewhere down the road. They're gonna come in handy somewhere. So I'm always turning wrenches. As you can see, I'm out here right after work, getting in the shop. You know, there's times where I'm working on something and I might need a bolt last minute. If I don't, you know, I ain't gonna be able to go nowhere right now and go buy it. So next best thing for me to do is go to all them tubs I got underneath that table and go. It might take me a little time, but I guarantee you I'm gonna find 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna find exactly what I'm looking for in them tubs. And really, I probably got these bolts in there somewhere. Probably not stainless steel, but that's the reason for me buying stainless steel, because I don't want them to rust. But we're going to get this thing put back together. I'm going to tighten them down a little bit. And again, you don't want to put God Almighty strength into these, because when you tighten them super tight, you're going to end up shattering this glass again. It's only going to take so much pressure just to tighten these down. You'll feel it. Once you feel it snug up and that nut doesn't move, that bolt doesn't move back and forth, stop. That's enough. You don't need God Almighty strength to tighten these things down. These little plastic like washers that snap into this glass, I do have them, but they're broken. So I am going to try to source those. If I find them, I'll put it in another video and I'll post a link or something. But I need to find those. I know I got the old ones up here somewhere. I was trying to match them up in one of my books that I got from O'Reilly's with all the connectors and plastic push pins and all that crap. Everything that they sell, but I couldn't find them. So I'm gonna have to get on some Gbody websites and see what I can find. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing back together right here. You know, the glass, I already have this one in place. Oh, I cracked it. I don't know if I did that or if that was already there. Damn it. She chipped right on the edge. Oh, you know what? Probably from closing it. It probably hit right up here somewhere and chipped it. So I need to be careful with that. But, damn it. Good thing I got other Gbody glass in the shed. That one's already installed. It's nice and tight. I just put the bolt here, the nut here, and the 2 here just to kind of hold it in place. But we're going to go ahead and put this door back together, get it adjusted nice and tight. We're going to go ahead and grease up all the tracks, get all those greased up really good before I put this door panels on. And my son wasn't able to come out here. I forgot, what was it, Cinco de Mayo? He ended up yesterday. He ended up getting his wisdom teeth pulled. So that's why he's not out here with me. We also got another video coming for y'all too, man. He bought himself a pop-off steering wheel kit. So I'm going to show y'all how to do that. That's why I bought those bolts for this kit, for the steering wheel pop-off kit. So y'all stay tuned for that video. But that's going to conclude this right here, man, because I'm not going to show y'all how to put the glass in. I think we already did. If not, I'll show you in a different video, but it's real simple, real easy to put the glass back in. That's not hard at all. But again, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys get notified as soon as I drop these videos, man. I'm gonna try to keep them coming as much as I can. Now that I'm feeling a little bit better, getting my strength back. We got more stuff coming for the Regal. We got more stuff coming for Ghost. I am going to be enjoying him, taking him out for a spin here and there. That's why I'm not worried about doing a body work and paint, because that's how this car ended up being sitting for 4 years. Shit, probably 5 now. Because after I got the LS swap done, it was running, driving. I said, man, you know what? Let me hurry up and paint it. And this is where it turned out 4 years later. I ended up doing a damn frame off on it. So, hey, man, thank you to everybody. I want to thank y'all again, over and over and over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love to y'all, much respect. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Mexican Lease Therapy Garage, y'all. We're out.
Mexican Lease Therapy, wrenching in the garage. Wet paint dripping smooth, call it a mirage. Gold teeth popping, boots scratch the pavement. Hood legend status, I'm Texas entertainment. Low for life, rolling deep on chrome spokes. Swinging wide in Texas, watch all the hits provoke. AC blowing clean, sunroof doing its thing. Saginaw born king with that southern swing. Props to the engine humming strong under the hood. Fresh like tortilla, smell of grease in the wood. Interior